was seeing the location, and it is actually pretty cool. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna face the waves head on here. You can see the level of waves, and I'd rather take these waves head on now. That was a cool location though. On a calm day it would be maybe interesting to climb ashore and walk among the walls there and whatever. Now it is increasing again beyond the forecast, so I'm gonna work my way to land, and from there on out I'll have one more passage where I'll have to cross, but after that, what you can see right in front of me and to the right, all of that is the coastline that I'm gonna be using for cover. So then I'll be protected all the way back essentially, except for when I'm heading back to Sundsvall, the final stretch where I'll have the wind against me again, but then we will be on more sheltered water. So yeah, I got to experience some waves today. Which is kind of nice, because I will not be doing this exercise later in the year or early next year when it's even colder. Not at least while solo kayaking or this 4 out. Everything is a balance. So what I'm doing here is I'm choosing to paddle the slightly longer stretch to either the tip over there or to the rock wall, depending on how things look later on, because I don't want to have all these waves from the side all the time, which I would if I took the shortest route. And at the end of the day, taking the direction now shortens my paddling distance a little bit, because at the end of the day I'm gonna be paddling to the right, to the north or northwest really, to get back to Sundsvall. So oftentimes inflatable kayaks, by the way, are quite stable. I mean, the wider ones are almost always, or in most cases, much more stable than most sea kayaks. This one, however, isn't quite as stable because it's not as wide. It's shaped more like a sea kayak, although it's shorter. And it's kind of a hybrid at the end of the day. There are poles at the bottom, creating a sharp keel, And then there are inflatable drop stitch high pressure tubes on the sides, which provide buoyancy and the shape of the kayak, and there are inflatable thwarts inside the kayak as well. Well, now we can feel that wind that they've been promising all day long. It was supposed to calm down a bit and then stay steady, but out here it's open enough that things get bouncier for sure. And by now the wind has been going on for a while, so we're building up some waves. I will appreciate getting to shore and relaxing for a moment and having a snack and water again. So I am set to paddle the remaining stretch. This is gonna be a long paddle back. I have plenty of time before my train leaves. It's just that I don't have plenty of sunlight. So that's the difference when you're paddling in the fall or later in the winter, even worse. You have so few hours of daylight. So it's just a limitation in terms of how much you can explore and how long you can paddle during a day if you don't want to be paddling in the dark. While anybody who knows me knows that I enjoy a good night paddle as much as the next guy or gal, that's not something to be playing around with out and on open water unless you really have to for some reason. So I'm getting closer to land here, although it's slow work. At least the waves are smaller right now in scope and scale. But it is windy. Yeah, the sun is getting predictably lower. The problem is not so much the amount of daylight left, but the fact that it's so cloudy everywhere that it's gonna get darker a lot sooner. Might make for some interesting light effects with some luck on the horizon. So getting a bit closer. Yeah, so when I looked at the wind direction for this trip today, it really was funny how the wind was kind of at the absolute worst angle. But at least within manageable force. But I did have real use for it heading out. I got a lot of speed bonus support there from my start in Sundsvall, heading out in this direction. That was kind of fun, and it's all a balance. I got extra help then, and I got a little bit of extra work now. Eventually I'm gonna hopefully have wind shelter from the coastline there. Then it's just a matter of paddling on and keeping on paddling. Alright, so I paddled from there to the lighthouse over there, and now I'm by these rocks over here. And it's been fun. Not been crazy hard work, but definitely focus in those waves, and not a lot of rest or respite much of anywhere. The wind really is from the wrong direction. At least I will have earned my dinner later, huh? I saw a Spanish restaurant reasonably near the station. A couple of hamburger places, I think. I think Spanish sounds nice. I don't think I've done Spanish food that much in connection with paddling trips, so maybe that might be appropriate. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe in order to stay updated on new videos and help others find information on this channel. Happy paddles!